Okay, after completing the third round of crochet. Next, we begin crocheting the fourth round. First, let's take a look at the pattern. This is the pattern for the fourth round. It's recommended to copy down the pattern. This way, you can crochet directly by referring to the pattern. The first half of the pattern shows the stitches used, meaning the stitches used in this round. The second half of the pattern indicates the stitch count for this round. After each round of crochet, check the total stitch count to ensure accuracy. If the final stitch count is correct, it means you have crocheted this round correctly. The pattern for the fourth round is 2 single crochet stitches followed by 1 increased stitch. Repeat this pattern 6 times. Two single crochets followed by 1 increased stitch makes 1 set. Repeat 6 times. There will be a total of 24 stitches. By now, you should have learned single crochet and increased stitches. For the fourth round, before crocheting, we first crochet a starting chain. Insert the hook, yarn over, and pull through the loop. This is the starting chain for the fourth round. The first stitch of the fourth round is at the position of the stitch marker. Now, remove the stitch marker and crochet the first stitch of the fourth round. The pattern is 2 crochet 2 single crochets followed by 1 increased stitch. First, crochet a single crochet at the first stitch position, yarn over again. This is a single crochet, the first single crochet of the fourth round. After crocheting this single crochet, it forms a V. Let's mark the spot again with a stitch marker to identify the first stitch. See this V? Now, place the stitch marker at the position of the first stitch. Next, let's crochet the second single crochet. Look at this picture again. We've already completed 1 single crochet. That's 1 stitch crocheted into this stitch. The second stitch is also a single crochet. This is the second single crochet. Now, the third stitch is an increase. An increase means crocheting 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. One SC, one SC. These 2 single crochets make 1 increase. From the fourth round, we can see single crochet is crocheted 1 stitch into 1 stitch. This stitch is also crocheted 1 stitch. An increase is 2 stitches crocheted from 1 stitch. When crocheting the fourth round, we increase from 3 stitches in the third round to 4 stitches in the fourth round. So, 2 single crochets come from 2 stitches. 1 increase comes from 1 stitch. The increase is crocheted from the same stitch. 2 single crochets come from 2 stitches. This is something you must distinguish clearly. Let's continue and start crocheting the second single crochet. The single crochet comes from 1 stitch. So, the position for inserting the hook for the second single crochet is at the stitch where the second V is located. Insert the hook, yarn over again. Now, we've completed 2 single crochets. 2 single crochets are crocheted from 2 stitches. The third stitch is an increase. An increase means crocheting 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. Now we've completed the first group, 2 single crochets and 1 increase. 2 single crochets are from 2 stitches. 1 increase comes from the same stitch. After completing, let's look at this V. For V have been formed. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first group of the fourth round is completed. Next, we still need to crochet 5 more groups. Crochet a total of 6 groups. Now, 1 group has been completed. We need to crochet 5 more groups. Okay, let's start crocheting the second group. The first single crochet. The second single crochet. Then, an increase. The first single crochet of the third group. Move to next stitch. The second single crochet. Then, an increase. The first single crochet of the third group. The second single crochet. Then, an increase. The first single crochet of the fourth group. The second single crochet. Then, an increase. The first single crochet of the last group. The second single crochet. Finally, an increase. Alright, up to now. The fourth round with 6 groups of 2 single crochets and 1 increase is completed. According to the pattern. After completing the fourth round, there should be 24 stitches. Let's double check. Loosen the loops a bit and check if there are indeed 24 stitches. Now, let's start counting. Hold the piece vertically in front of you. Then start counting from the first stitch marked by the stitch marker. This is the first stitch. Second stitch. Third stitch. Fourth stitch. Fifth stitch. Sixth stitch. Seventh stitch. Eighth. Ninth. 10th, 11th. 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Finally, the 24th stitch. Total of 24 stitches. So, the fourth round is crocheted correctly. Do you remember what we do next? Right, we need to slip stitch between the last and first stitches. This involves using a slip stitch again. Do you remember how to slip stitch? Insert the hook into the first stitch. Then pull the yarn through the stitch. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Simply pull the second loop through the first loop. That's how you slip stitch. See that? Now, 4 rounds of crocheting are completed. Now, I'll teach you how to distinguish the right side from the wrong side. When holding the piece, if you're accustomed to crocheting with your right hand, then you'll be crocheting counterclockwise from this direction. Crocheting counterclockwise from this direction. When you hold the piece with your left hand, the outside of the piece faces us, and the inside faces away from us. Now, how do we differentiate the right side from the wrong side of the piece? You can see that the outside of the piece forms many V-shapes. It has many V-shapes. On the wrong side, each stitch forms a horizontal line. So, we distinguish the right side from the wrong side based on this. We leave the starting yarn tail on the wrong side. This way, after we finish crocheting the whole piece, the yarn tail is not visible. All that's visible on the outside is our right side. That is, each V-shape is a little V-shape. This is our right side. Keep the right side facing us, and the wrong side facing away from us. That's how we hold the piece.